Hey puppy, are you recovering from your 11th birthday? Yeah, you partied hard. Bless you. Hey Alfred, what about you? Over here, buddy. Hey, were you dreaming about all the fun you had being second hand on your brother's birthday yesterday? Do you know where you are right now? Hey guys, editing Jasmin here, and I just wanted to give this quick disclaimer that all of the video was lost for this video of me actually sitting speaking to you, but for some reason the audio happened to be salvaged, so it's just gonna be me like this for the last maybe couple of minutes of the video, but everything before then I'm gonna put in some hopefully entertaining stuff and relevant stuff for you guys to watch as I share this information with you. So I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I hope that the information in this video helps you regardless and that you enjoy it. So I will see you at the end of the video. Hey guys, it's Jasmin, and that was Puppy and Alfred, and today we are going to talk about livers. More specifically, chicken livers and why we use them in the raw cat food recipe, as well as more about vitamin A and its benefits, and also its pretty serious risks and why you want to be really careful if you do feed your cat chicken liver. Before we get started, if you are into cat stuff and especially raw cat food or kitty nutrition, as well as things for humans like fitness and nutrition and stress management tips and honestly whatever else I feel like posting, then please feel free to join the Cat Lady Fitness family here on YouTube by clicking that subscribe button below. And if you're on Facebook, then make sure to follow our page Cat Lady Fitness, because we do put out a new video every Catterday and some fun things sprinkled in throughout the week. And of course, let's kick things off with the Meowt-Out of the week, which goes to 2 people this week. And those 2 people would be Kai Dragon and Keep Looking Up 777. Thank you guys both for watching and liking all of our videos here and for your uplifting comments. I truly appreciate it. And for anybody else who would possibly like to be the video's Meowt-Out or the Meowt-Out of the week, all you have to do is make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and then just leave a comment below telling me your favorite part about this video, and you can potentially be picked for next week's Meowt-Out. Alright, so let's get into it. As many of you already know who make raw cat food at home or who make it based upon the recipe we have on catladyfitness.com, we do use chicken livers in the recipe. Liver is considered a secreting organ because it does secrete the bile into the gallbladder. And if you've handled livers before, you know that they are some slippery, slidey, deep red little suckers, which makes cutting them on a chopping board quite the experience. Oh, and by the way, kind of a side note, I guess, but if you ever come across a chicken liver with a green portion on it, or maybe even the whole chicken liver kind of looks a greenish color, the reason that this happens is because the gallbladder breaks during the removal process and some of that bile seeps out onto the chicken livers. So all you have to do, if it's a partial piece of the chicken liver that has that green tinge to it, you can just cut it off, or if it's the whole chicken liver, you might just want to toss it because that part will definitely be very bitter to taste. When it comes to quality of the chicken liver, you want to take the same approach that you would with the quality of the meats or protein that you're using in the recipe. So that means hopefully seeking out something that's antibiotic free or pasture raised or even locally sourced. That said, many of you probably already know my motto by now, which is you can only do the best you can with what you have access to. And so that goes into play with the ingredient of chicken livers as well. You don't want it to stress you out too much, and you don't want to become some neurotic perfectionist trying to find this holy grail of golden chicken livers. So if you can only find commercial brand or the store brand, that's perfectly fine. For example, I would get Murray's brand chicken livers for the longest time, and I believe that's what I show myself using in a couple of the how to make raw cat food videos. But lately at my local supermarket that's closer to me, I could only find their store brand, which is Publix in my case. And Puppy and Alfred are doing just fine. They're still thriving. They haven't gotten any deficiencies or grown any weird limbs or anything like that. So you will be perfectly fine if that's all you can find too. Now, when it comes to nutrition of the liver, it is chock full of a bunch of beneficial nutrients, and those include B vitamins, including B12 and biotin. They're also high in iron and potassium, phosphorus, and they even have a good amount of zinc in them. Liver even contains coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10, which supports mitochondrial function and helps protect your cat against any kidney or heart issues. But the one nutrient that liver is especially super high in, and that you guys probably know because I already mentioned it in the beginning of this video, is vitamin A. Liver isn't just high in vitamin A, it's nature's most concentrated source of vitamin A. And vitamin A is undoubtedly very important and beneficial, but it can also be very dangerous if your cat gets too much. Vitamin A is essential in supporting your cat's eye health, especially night vision. It's also key in skin and fur health, bone formation, immune system function, and overall protection from overt oxidization or the diseases that can result from it. That said, vitamin A is also a fat-soluble vitamin, which means that unlike other nutrients, for example, such as taurine, which is water-soluble and easily excreted from the body if there's any excess, vitamin A is not easily excreted from the body and actually is easily accumulated within the liver and the fatty tissues. In other words, toxicity from too much vitamin A, which is called hypervitaminosis A, is a legitimate risk if you feed your cat too much liver. This is one of the reasons why you never want your raw cat food recipe or batch to contain more than a maximum of 10% liver. And you'll find that percentage suggested on any reputable raw cat food type website or resource, including my personal go-to, feline-nutrition.org, where it's recommended to use 5 to 10% max. This is also why you can't substitute chicken hearts for chicken livers, or you can't substitute any muscle meat for the chicken livers in the raw cat food recipe. And you can find a whole bunch of videos that touch on these points and go into more detail about that, including what to do if you can't find chicken hearts, for example. They're all in the Cat Stuff playlist, which you can find at catladyfitness.com/videos, or I will put a link in the description below of this video. So let's say that you've simply been unaware of the hazard that is feeding your cat too much liver, and you've already been making raw cat food at home, using the liver freely without any real measurements, or you've been feeding your cat those freeze-dried liver treats that are really popular for dog training, but they say they're safe for cats too, which I've mentioned this in other videos. I do not recommend giving your cats those treats for this reason. So how can you tell if your cat has excess vitamin A in his or her system, or hypervitaminosis A? Many symptoms of vitamin A toxicity are similar to that of other health issues that your cat may have, and those more common symptoms include loss of appetite, weight loss, and lethargic behavior. But the more specific symptoms to hypervitaminosis A include mobility issues like stiffness of your cat's body, usually expressed in the neck, as well as abnormally formed teeth, especially in younger cats or kittens, or even loose teeth. And probably the most specific symptom, which is progressive ankylosis, and that is that very characteristic sitting posture or kangaroo stance that they say, caused by the onset deformation and outgrowths of the bone. What's unfortunate about this is that once your cat's symptoms get to that level of severity, suffice to say, the toxicity of vitamin A has been a chronic issue, and so any damage or changes in your cat's bones in particular are permanent and can't be reversed. This is why, and I know I say it all the time, but it's worth saying again, it's so important to be aware of your cat's baseline of health. Because once you know your individual cat's baseline of health, then you can more accurately monitor any changes you might notice to potentially catch any health issues as early as possible. And of course, always make sure to consult your personal veterinarian if any concerns do come up. Because even though many, if not most vets, may not be on board when it comes to raw cat feeding, and honestly might not have adequate knowledge when it comes to cat nutrition in particular, they are still the medical professionals who are able to assess and provide the proper tests and give you the treatment options possible for your feline fur baby if anything does happen to be wrong. So all of that said, don't worry, because there will be a part 2 to this video about liver and vitamin A, in which I answer a very popular question I've gotten lately, which is, can you use beef liver or lamb liver or veal liver, or basically any kind of liver instead of chicken liver when making your raw cat food? If you want to get notified when that video goes up, then make sure that you click the little bell icon when you subscribe, because that way you're sure to get a notification. Otherwise, this might get lost in your YouTube feed. That's how the algorithm works. And if you found this video interesting or helpful, please do us a favor and click that thumbs up below, because not only does that help me know the content that you like to see, but it also helps other people get suggested this content and potentially introduced to the healthiest food that they can feed their furry house lions at home. And of course, feel free to share this with any kitty parents that you may know. I don't know if you've noticed, because he kind of blends in with the decor, but Alfred has been having his 5th nap of the day, typical, right here. And Puppy is napping his best life away down by me on the floor right here. He is completely conked out from his crazy cat birthday. He's pretty much having what seems to be a kitty hangover of all the amazingness that was his 11th birthday. If you missed that, I put that video up earlier this week, so please go check that out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to check out the Cat Stuff playlist if you have any questions, and we will see you next week. Bye.